Nestled in the warm waters of Canada's Gulf of St. Lawrence is a little piece of heaven known as Prince Edward Island.
Where do you find that feeling like a child again? There's a place you can go, watch the white caps roll on a beach that never ends. Take a walk through fields of emerald green. Take along a friend. Come hold our gentle island in your hand.
The charm of the island and its people has a most unusual effect. Visitors to the island return home not only refreshed, they often claim to have been transformed. Many visitors have been so affected, they return again and again. Some return permanently. This is the story of three people whose lives have been changed forever by this island effect. John Bill, three-time Canadian oyster shucking champion, understands this island effect well.
When I came to PEI for the first time about 15 years ago, I just couldn't believe how much more colorful and vibrant it was. Blues were that much bluer, greens were that much greener, cliffs were that much more spectacular. And I still say it today. It's prettier than the pictures. When you get here, you realize that this is something really special. I've been in the seafood business for about 20 years. I realized there was something really special going on with PEI Seafood. And the more that I've worked with it, the more I enjoy it. You can go into the wharf and get your own lobster, get your own mussels, get your own oysters harvested and or grown within a mile of where you purchased it. I just let the food speak for itself. What's speaking is the ocean, what's speaking is the land, and what's speaking is the intensity, the effort that the people are putting into making sure that food is great when it gets to my back door. I'm still constantly in awe of how good the seafood is here. Anywhere you're on the island, you're within 20 minutes of some truly spectacular dining. Every September, there's something called the PEI International Shellfish Festival. It's a celebration of the food, it's a celebration of the music, and it's a celebration of the community. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it is really just a cozy, big event, I guess you could say. No matter what it is of PEI Seafood that I'm serving somebody, usually what I do, I put it in front of them, I say, well, that'll be the best plate of oysters you'll ever have in your entire life, and I walk away. When I come back, they're usually nodding. I love to run. I love to do marathons, and PEI has the most beautiful marathon course in the world. A third of it is on the North Shore, through the dunes and along the ocean. A third of it is through the small towns, and a third of it is on the Confederation Trail. 2/3 of the race, you're not even going to see a car. You could be kayaking in the morning, you could be going for a little bike ride in the afternoon, and then you could be fixing your own little seafood supper in the evening. It's so easy. Even if you're here for a few days, you'll find a loosening, I think, in your mind. You are going to start to wave to people. You are going to make friends even with the person you bought your fish from. And I think that you're just going to find that the overall pressure that you arrived with has totally disappeared.
Dr. Elizabeth Epperly, world-renowned expert on Anne of Green Gables and Lucy Maud Montgomery, was spellbound by the island effect at an early age.
I first heard about Prince Edward Island when I was 5 years old, and my father read Anne of Green Gables to my sister and to me. I thought, this is the most beautiful place. Can it really be real? It was what I expected, and it was more. This is the end of the world and the beginning of the world. All things are here. When I finally got to Prince Edward Island in 1968, it looked exactly like the books, except better. Mama and I drove out to the edge of the shore, and I stood where I'm sure Montgomery stood many times and looked out over the sweep of dunes and over to the flashing light, the lighthouse, and to the red cliffs and those wheeling gulls. I was enchanted by them. If a person comes to Prince Edward Island looking for Lucy Maud Montgomery's island, they find it immediately. And you can still find the winding red roads, you can find the arch of the branches, you can find all that sweep of the dunes and the beautiful contour of the lands. It's not just that the land hasn't changed, the people haven't changed. There's still a love of a slower way of life, and you feel that in the way that people love the land and have taken care of it. You go downtown in Charlottetown and you see crowds of people and you feel like if you just squint your eyes a certain way, they could have costumes from any era, because there's something about the way people move on the island. They slow down, they're nice to each other, and suddenly you feel that maybe this is the way all of life should be. Maybe it should be like the pace of life on Prince Edward Island, gentle and slow and secure and wonderful. I think when people come to Prince Edward Island, they think that it's not going to change them. And after they've been here a few hours even, I've seen people say, you know, I'm starting to feel something. I'm starting to feel, I think the word is relaxed. Prince Edward Island changed my life because finally I had a real home. Nothing was as beautiful, nothing was as restful, nothing was as loving as Prince Edward Island, and I know I'm in the right place.
Doug Riley, world-famous jazz musician and composer, has been inspired by this island effect.
I think there's what a lot of people have called a magnet. And I've toured this country probably 8 times, and I was drawn to this coast. It's dramatic. Changes in weather are dramatic. The local color, the culture, the people. We discovered that the people, the warmth and the friendliness of the people matched the beauty of the land. Well, we started coming out for summer vacations. We knew some people on the island, and they had an extra place that we could rent. When I come off the road, I can't wait to get back here. Just put my feet up, hang out with my dogs and my wife, and read books, sort of recuperate before I have to go out again. Here, you can actually commune with nature. I mean, I've never felt as close to nature as I do when I'm here. There's nothing to distract you. There's room to think, there's room to actually create without having this tremendous cacophony around you. I guess I was trying to recreate that musically. I mean, being a musician, you probably know that I don't get up usually probably before 10 o'clock. Our neighbor down the road here is a lobster fisherman, and I've gone out with him a few times. Got up at 4 in the morning and watched that green line go across the horizon just before the sun rises. And how beautiful and silent, quiet it is. Now all of a sudden all this little cacophony of sound starts around you. It's fantastic. It has a roughness and a beauty at the same time. It's the dichotomy that draws artists, I think. The first Ceilidh I ever saw was actually in Summerside at the College of Piping. Scott McCauley has that thing, and he invited me to one. And I really was blown away. You know, military snare drums, this little thin, crisp sound that they have in the pipes, and when they all marched in playing, wow, the hair just stood up on the back of my neck. I feel there's so much here, and there's history here, there's culture here, there's Anne of Green Gables, there's all sorts of things. I mean, we found when we got here, everything slowed down, our speech slowed down, our pulses slowed down, blood pressure went down, all good things. This is home, there's no question about it.
Come visit Prince Edward Island and find out for yourself how the island effect can rejuvenate you. Prince Edward Island, the gentle island. For more information, call or click today.
Come hold our gentle island in your hand. Be one sea float on the breeze. Watch amber light paint autumn trees. Make snow angels well past Christmas time. Finding simple pleasure feels real fine. So if you need to set your spirit free, we'll save a spot for you. Come hold our gentle island in your hands. Come hold our gentle island